You know, guys, with the government shutdown going on, a lot of families are in trouble. In the news, they're saying that SNAP benefits will pretty much be disrupted and possibly shut down if the government shutdown continue. So a lot of families are going to be without food, without the necessary items. And, I want to talk about this because it, it's it's something that needs to be addressed when it comes to government programs and the Black community. I want to talk about that. A lot of families in the Black community, they depend on and live on these government programs for their life. And it's amazing to me what goes on in the world. It's absolutely amazing how people put their trust in a system, and then when things don't work out, they start to cry. Like, for example, in the Black community, a lot of them are anti-Trump. They're anti-Make America Great Again. But they want that government program. They want the stamps. They want the EBT. And it's amazing to me. You know what I'm saying? But this is why you got to be focusing on your business, having a job, a career, something that keep you afloat. I get it. You have some people that, they're down and out, but I don't know what it is in the Black community. I can't speak for the white community. Maybe if you're white, you could probably tell me what the white community do. Because I know there's poor folks in all communities, whether it's white, Black, whatever. I can only speak for the Black community. In the Black community, a lot of families live on government programs for their entire life. You said 41 million. Yeah, I was just reading it. I was just looking at it on a website. I'm like, damn, that's a lot of damn people, man. So I know it includes white folk too. Because, a lot of times when you hear about food stamps and EBT and SNAP, you think of Black folk. At least that's what a lot of Black folk think. We normally think that only Black folk is on these programs. And we assume that white people are just rich. Not me. I already know better. I'm saying a lot of people that are on these programs believe that white people never have problems and they're just rich and have food on their table all day. Not realizing that in a lot of white communities, they don't even eat. They don't got no food in their fridge. They be struggling, and they might live in a big old house, but they don't got it like that, the way you think. I knew a lot of white kids growing up that was poor. They white, but they poor. And it's amazing how in this country, when a shutdown happens, it affects you. This is why you cannot just be anti-government. You can't be those kind of people that be like, well, I don't like the government. I cannot stand this. I'm not a liberal. I'm not a conservative. I'm not a Democrat or Republican. You need to make sure that you're involved in what's going on in America, because when these shutdowns happen, it affects people's livelihoods, people's jobs. There's a lot of people that didn't get their paychecks, a lot of people that's literally out of a job right now. And a lot of those people were the kind that used to say stuff like, well, I don't care about the government. I'm an independent. I'm neither conservative or liberal. And it's funny to me when it comes to politics, everybody act like they don't care about that stuff. But then when it starts affecting your family, then now you want it to stop. You want the government shutdown to end. Well, you need to get involved. You need to get involved. You need to vote. You need to participate. You need to talk about different issues. One of the issues that I feel, and again, I can't speak for the white community. So if you're white, maybe you could chime in, let me know what's going on, right? I can only speak for the black community when it comes to issues like welfare, EBT, food stamps. I wish, like, this is just me personally, I feel that that system, that whole thing need to be abolished. Like, they need to just get rid of it. I really believe that that is one of the main reasons and things that is holding back, the black community. Now, don't get me wrong. Now, don't pull out the fire torches and the knives and everything and come after me. I know there are people that are struggling. I know there are people out there that really, really need help. What I don't like are lazy people who've been abusing and living off the system, and they don't want to work. I don't like lazy people. I don't like lazy people. I don't like people that, and I apologize for the camera shake. I don't like people that get the benefits when you got to go work. You got to get up in the morning. You got to put gas in your car. You got to deal with crazy traffic and crazy drivers. You got to deal with this stuff every day. And all they got to do is wait for the first of the month. I don't like that. I don't like the fact that taxpayers is paying for these people who don't want to work, who basically want to live for free while everybody else is out here trying to survive the hard way. I don't like that. So if it was up to me, if I was in power, I would shut it down completely. And everybody got to go to work. I don't want to hear no sob stories. The only people who will take care of are the disabled, our veterans, our disabled, the senior citizens. Will take care of them. We'll have programs that's set up for them. But everybody that's an able body, you got to get out there and work, which will bring us now to jobs. In order for them to shut down the system, there got to be jobs provided. Because we cannot shut it down if there's no jobs. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not being insensitive. What I'm saying is the government, we have to set up businesses and job opportunities that are readily available. We're not talking about you struggling to find a job. I'm talking about those jobs are out there. They're waiting for you to come get them. Because if you shut down a system like that, a lot of people are going to be literally going out of their mind. So we got to have something provided for them in terms of work. I'm hearing through the grapevine that sooner or later, it could be sooner, that everybody that is collecting EBT and stuff, you gotta be working or something. You gotta work. So this is phase. Listen, it's happening.
Yeah, 20 hours.
They have to work how many hours?
20.
At least 20 hours in order to get it. So it's no more freebies. It's no more free food. You at the store. Matter of fact, I saw this story. I didn't even do a video about it. About a woman. Y'all probably heard about it. Put a 1 in the chat if you heard about it. It was a black woman who was boasting about how much kids she got and how she's able to get free government assistance, and they cut her off. They cut her off.
Or the one where they go and buy snacks. They're cutting the snacks out and all that, too.
They cut that lady off. I'm glad they cut her off, because She don't deserve nothing. You got all of these taxpayers out here struggling. And see, here's the thing, guys. Those of you who are really working, who really going through the struggle, you never been on none of these programs. Salute to you. Salute to all the people that never been on none of these government programs. You never been on no EBT, SNAP, food stamp, whatever the hell. You never been on that stuff. You always had a job. Shout out to you. You the real ones. You're the people that make America great again because you understand what it means to work for what you got. No matter if you're rich, poor, middle class, whatever you call it, if you're the working person, the person who go to jobs, work, live within your means, save, you're my kind of people. Because you don't believe in stealing, you don't believe in robbing nobody, you believe in going to your job, getting paid, and live your life and stay out of the way. You're my kind of people. I don't like people that steal. I believe that if somebody steals, they deserve life in prison, unless they're stealing to eat food. For some reason, there's a place in my heart for people that are hungry. And I feel that if a man or a woman stole because they were hungry, I wouldn't punish them as severe as I would someone who's robbing somebody's house. If you robbing somebody's personal belongings, you get life in prison. I don't care. I don't like thieves. I don't believe that you should be working hard for what you own and somebody come up in your house to take your goods. Nah. I don't believe in that. But if the government shutdown continue, guys, millions of people are going to be struggling like never before. And this is what happens when you depend on a system that, really have a lot of problems, I'm trying to keep this thing steady. My apologies. I know that the camera's shaking and whatnot. But when I was coming up as a kid, my family was on welfare, fam. So I know. So I'm not one of them guys that think I'm better than everybody and I'm well off. I go through the struggle just like you. People think I'm rich because I live in a nice area. It's nice compared to where I came from. I came from the projects. You know what I mean? So I'm keeping it a buck with you. I came from the hood, from the slum, from the projects. Did what I had to do, had to work hard, had to save money, had to get my credit right, had to do a lot of different things, man. Had to make moves. And, I put my family in a better situation. And I'm proud of that. For some of you, that may not mean nothing to you. But for me, that's success. For some of you, success might mean getting your own car or getting your first apartment. So it's all about what your life is about, As long as you're living within your means and you're not trying to keep up with the Joneses, you should be good to go. Because a lot of us are trying to keep up with the Joneses, and I think that's one of the biggest problems. And it's another problem that I noticed in the black community, guys. And again, if you're white, I'm pretty sure the same type of stuff happens in the white community too. I live in a community that is mixed, whites, blacks, and to me, it's all the same. To me, it's the same thing. The same stuff that you would see in the black community, it's right in the white community too. It's the same stuff. You got nosy neighbors who, they watch you every minute. They always want to be in your business. Always want to know what you're doing. Always looking out their window. And the only thing is that there's no crime. That's something that is totally different. There's no crime. There's really no crime. Like, I even was talking to some of the officers, and I was like, do there be any action out here? It was like, nope. It don't be nothing. You might have some home Like, somebody call the police to go to their house for some minor situation. But for the most part, it don't be no drama, you know, at least in the part of North Carolina where I'm at, you know. But there are still human beings out here, and people can be evil at times. Everybody is not nice. So just because I said there's no crime does not mean that everybody's nice. All right. Some people are just more civilized, which means they're not going to resort to criminality. But that doesn't make them nice people, you know? But yeah, man, will your family be affected? Will your family be affected? I never been on that mess, so I don't really know, you know. When I was younger, yes, my parents was on that. And I remember when I turned 18, this is a true story. When I was 18, I was ready to go start my life, do what I need to do. And I remember my grandmother at the time, she wanted me to continue, like, I guess to re-sign or certify or something like that, for her to continue getting public assistance or something like that. And it was mainly so that she can be able to keep the place where she was at. And because I didn't sign it over, she ended up having to downsize the apartment. And she got upset with me. She got upset with me and basically kicked me out. And I had to pretty much be on my own. That's pretty much how it all started. And what I learned from that was I was able to break the cycle. Because I could have always say, okay, let me go sign up. But then now that would have messed me up. It would have messed me up when it comes to working, when it comes to getting a job, when it comes to doing this. And it's almost like most Black families don't want to see their kids, their grandkids become successful. They want you to stay on these programs and live off the government. And I just don't believe in doing that. I believe that every man is supposed to work, provide, no matter how much you struggle, no matter how much you suffer, no matter how much you go through. It is something about a man or woman who figure it out, who go out there, make it happen, go through the struggle, save their money, budget, live within their means, cry when they need to, pray when they need to. Don't borrow no money from no one. Never go to your family for nothing. And just go out there and make your life happen. I think if you're that kind of person, you are a true American. A true American that know how to go through their own struggle and come out victorious. So even though the shutdown might be there, don't worry too much about it, though. Don't worry too much about it. Let's say, for example, and I'm not beating you up if you're a person who is on those programs. I'm not beating you up. I just feel that there comes a time in your life when you got to let that stuff go. Because look at what's going on. So you mean to tell me when there's a government shutdown, you got to be worrying about if you're going to eat? That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. I know you have a lot of women out there that might be single mothers. You might have to need that or whatnot. This is why, you may not want to hear this, but you got to really be, take accountability for these men that you choose to deal with. Because as a woman, and with all due respect, I just don't understand how is it as a woman that you would lay up with a man, have a baby, and he don't have no way of taking care of you or the baby. That don't make no sense. That's crazy. Maybe you were young, maybe you were naive, you didn't know no better. I just don't understand that. You need to make sure that that man got something going on for himself. He don't have to be the richest man. As long as he got a job, I don't care what kind of job he got. As long as he a man and he got a job. You know? Because a lot of people gonna suffer coming next month if the government program, the shutdown continues. People are going to suffer, man. Because based on what I'm hearing, you might not get nothing, or it might be lower than what you normally get, or, ain't nothing happening for you. So that's crazy. Imagine you got a bunch of kids and you depend on this.
Can't eat that much.
Now you're in trouble.
You know what they'll say? You have to get it retroactive. They'll get it retroactive.
I just don't like the fact that black folk live on that system forever. I don't like that mess. You said about the way things are with all these layoffs, many people will need public assistance, including you. See, this is the thing, man. I think that I get it with layoffs. People need some sort of way. They need to have something. My issue is people living on these programs. These programs were never meant for people to live on for the rest of their life. It's supposed to be assistance, meaning, for example, at Connect, in your situation, if you got laid off, you would be the right candidate for it, because here's the thing. You're a working person. So there's no shame. There's no shame. I can't laugh at you. I would never laugh at you. Why? Because you're a working person. So if you're a working person and you feel you got laid off and you need assistance, there's nothing wrong with that, because I know a person like you, you're going to bounce back.
I was in that situation.
You're going to bounce back. And that's the issue. You're gonna eventually get on your feet again, do what you gotta do, and you're gonna get off of it. But now there's people that don't think like that. There's people that get on that assistance and they're assisted for 20 years. Come on now. They're assisted for 20 years. I don't like that. Because from when I was a child, bruh, we always been on public assistance, bruh. That's when they used to send you to the store with the money, the food stamps, the food stamp paper. And all I saw was my cousins, this one, that one, everybody was on that stuff. And it was embarrassing because it was not assistance. It was basically us living off the government. You said the children are innocent. Nah, the children are not innocent. We can't continue to do that, fam. The children are not innocent. We got to break that cycle, y'all. Come on now. Here's the reason why, guys. You have a lot of women and men that are having these babies, bringing them into these horrible situations, knowing they don't got no money, knowing they don't got the means to provide. So the children are not innocent anymore. The children are being used as pawns to continue the cycle. Let's just keep it real. You got people out here having 3, 4, 5 kids, can't afford them, but they keep having these babies. And they're making the government pay for something which, pretty much is the taxpayers. You're wondering why these taxes keep going up and, your premiums keep going up, gas prices, inflation. It's because of all these programs. They try to keep it in the budget. We can't be having all these kids if we can't afford them. I get it. You want to have kids. But look, if you know you don't got no means to take care of these kids, you're going to have to wrap it up. You're going to have to wrap it up.
Children are innocent.
Yeah, the children are not innocent. The children are casualties of war. The children are not innocent, fam. Because what's happening is the kids are being raised in these environments where these parents, and notice, I'm not saying single mothers, these parents, because it could be either a man or a woman, and it includes white folk too. It's not just a black folk thing, because you got white folk that be on these programs heavy. But my point is, a lot of these families, a lot of these parents created a religion of being on public assistance, and then their children inherit the same lifestyle. You got mothers that teach their daughters, you don't got to work, just have a baby. Just have a baby and the government will take care of them.
Don't put that man down.
You have mothers that will tell their daughters, don't put that man on your lease. Don't put that man on your lease. Because why? Your rent will increase. Don't marry that man. Because if you marry him, now the rent going to be based off of. So what you have now is a lot of ladies that will have a man living in the house who they're not married to, because if property management know about him, they're going to raise the rent. That's right. So, hey, what are you going to do for November? You have two options. You can start an OnlyFans, or go get a job. Just keeping it a buck. Well, they can't create no business, because if they could, they would. A person that been on public assistance their whole life ain't creating no business. They have been trained to be poor. They're not ambitious people. I'm just being honest. Don't get offended. I'm just being honest. If you grew up and lived on for many years on SNAP, public assistance, and all this other junk, you don't have no understanding or education on how to be successful. You don't. The only thing you know how to do is wait for the government. You lack all the ambition, the drive, and everything it takes to start a business. If you can't even maintain a job, you will never be successful in a business. If you can't maintain a 9-to-5, you could never run and operate a business. Never. A job is on autopilot. A business is on manual mode. You got to do everything. You got to manage the books, the time. You got to manage inventory, staff, paperwork, taxes, this, that, papers, insurance, liability. Man, I tell you, bro, you ain't ready for it. You got to pay other people. You got to hire people. You have to have benefits for your staff. Man, there's all sorts of stuff you got to focus on, bro. Doesn't make no sense. You know? You're the only one who is dead wrong. It's better to just say wrong. Don't say dead wrong, because that's how people die. I'm not wrong about anything. A person who depend on the government and been using the government their whole life do not have what it takes to start businesses. What your business going to be about? What your business going to be about? Nothing? Don't make no sense. If it was that easy to start a business, everybody would have one. Everybody would have a business. It ain't that simple. Everybody talks about having a business. That's a dream. Businesses don't just get started overnight. And if it's a business that generate real money, it's going to cost you something.
Support.
You got to invest. You're going to need financial support. You're going to need all. And I'm not talking about selling no damn shea butter. I'm not talking about selling some lotion. I don't want to hear that as some damn business. I'm talking about a full-blown operation bringing in 7 figures. If you don't got a business like that, you don't got a business. If you ain't bringing in 7 figures, you don't got a business. You got just a hustle that you got going. If you don't got employees, you don't got a business. I said if you don't got employees, you don't got a business. Come on now. You're not making any sense by saying, tell that to the guy making 900K. The guy making 900K is not listening to me right now. The guy that's making 900K is not on YouTube watching me. None of you is making 900K. If you did, you would not be watching me. And if you that well off, why you ain't hitting the super chat to support the show? Let's not be fake and phony. Because if somebody's making 900K a year, then in 2 years, they're already making millions of dollars. But 900K, even if you made that as a business, that doesn't mean you well off, because you got to pay your staff. You got to pay taxes. You got to pay inventory. You got to pay other companies. You got to pay this, that. So by the time you look at your profit, that is what I want to look at. So when you say 900K in total does not make that your earnings for the year, because you have to look at what you got to invest back in a business. A lot of people don't even understand what business mean. In a business, you got to invest money back in before you can even see a profit. You got to literally sacrifice everything. And if you're not ready to do that, you'll never be successful. That's why in the black community, black folk can never become successful, because they're always saving money. Saving money in a bank doesn't do anything for you financially. You got to spend that money and invest it into something that can generate income. Keeping that money sitting in a bank account, it's not doing nothing but making you go broke slowly. Diddy Oil Tether says, dude, I make 100K a month. That's chump change. Yeah. Where the username is Diddy Oil Tether, we know you make 100K a month. Yeah.
Hit the cash app.
Ain't no way in the world you making 100K a month. You wouldn't be on YouTube talking to me. You would not be on YouTube talking to me. That's like 50 Cent in my live chat. 50 Cent would not even be in my live chat. He don't got time. He too busy making millions of dollars. He just finished releasing some new cognac, I believe. I don't know if it's a cognac. I'm not sure. But I think it's $25,000 a bottle. $25,000 a bottle. See, I keep my eyes and my ears to the streets. Shout out to Robert for the 5. What Diddy Oil hit the super chat? That person's a troll. Come on, y'all. Y'all know that's a troll. I mean, with a username is Diddy Oil. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Diddy actually really put out an oil. You know what I'm saying? Like, make up an oil and put that out. You know what I'm saying? That would be dope. I'll go buy some Diddy oil, bro. That'll be popular. But like, yo, let me get 2 bottles of the Diddy oil right there. You know what I mean? Support black business. I think it'll be dope. Because during the whole trial, the whole Diddy oil thing, it made it popular. So if he was to drop a Diddy oil, man, it'll be crazy. I gotta get a damn stand for this phone, bro. Shout out to Corey for the $2 support. Appreciate you sponsoring the show. You don't got to get it nothing. So yeah, guys, the government shutdown is affecting SNAP benefits. A lot of people going to be out of food for next month. Hopefully, the shutdown will be over in time and you folks can get what you need to take care of your families. I'm not knocking anybody that's on these programs. I'm not here to beat you up. I'm not here to look down on nobody. I know what struggling is all about. I go through my own struggles. People think I'm a millionaire when I'm not. Hopefully one day I'll become a millionaire with hard work. At the same time, I know what the struggle is. I just feel that in the world we live in, these government programs are dangerous to be on because you get so accustomed to it, you damn near depend on it for life. You really expect it to happen every month. And when a government shutdown happen, you lose. And now you literally are struggling, trying to figure out how you're going to make it. That's crazy. Everything in life requires work. Nobody get paid until they do the work. A lot of people think everybody that's on YouTube is millionaires. They don't understand that there's a lot of stuff that you got to do behind the scenes. There's a lot of stuff you got to do. And everything takes time. And without the people, nothing happened. It's like, for example, I got 200,000 subs, right? Okay, let's do the math. If I got 200,000 subs, if my subscribers wanted me to be a millionaire, right? If they wanted me to, they would all donate $10. Every last one of them. One live show. If everybody donated $10, that's fulfilled. You see how that works? So it's really the people. If the people don't support what you do, it'll never happen. Just like if you start a business, if people don't support it, you're never going to get there. So it's up to the people. If the people want you to be successful, it'll happen. That's how I see it. It's not about me going out there trying to struggle in order to make a bunch of money. It is about the people.
I'm working though.
I'm already working. I'm already doing what I do. I make content. I do videos. I do this. So I'm doing a lot of work. If the people don't support the shows, if the people don't hit the like button, then, it'll just be a struggle. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll be doing video after video after video. I may not get no views, no AdSense, and it's just a struggle, But if the people make the videos go viral, they're watching them from the beginning to the end, they double tapping the screen to give it a thumbs up, they sharing the videos because they want to see me make it, then I'll be literally having conversations with Mr. Beast. You'll see me, Mr. Beast, I Show Speed, and various others on a panel talking about YouTube success. Those guys are successful because the people support the shows
And they put in the work.
and they invested the money. It's really about when it's your turn, to be honest. Success, ladies and gentlemen, you have to work for it. At the same time, it's really about when it's your turn. You just can't go out there and struggle, working hard, and it's just going to happen. It don't happen like that. It's a season when it's your turn. When it's your turn, nothing can stop that success. For example, if you always been working hard, always been diligent, always been consistent, and it seemed like nothing's happening, like breakthrough haven't happened yet, just keep on doing it. Keep on doing it. Eventually, your success is going to come. The people are going to begin to pour in the support. The people are going to say, you know what? I believe in you. Let me open up the door for this guy. Let me open the door for this lady. I've seen YouTubers, 1 minute, they were broke. I've seen this. I've seen YouTubers that were broke 1 minute. They were struggling for years doing videos, getting no views. Today, those YouTubers are millionaires. They're millionaires. And it's because they never gave up. They kept on working, and the people believed in them and said, you know what? It's their time to shine. You know? But you got to work. Don't be lazy. I wish that everybody had the mindset of working. That's why I respect people that go to the 9 to 5. Those people that had jobs. When I was on a 9 to 5 in New York, I always talk about this. I had a great job, great career, making pretty good money. With some OT, you could make 6 figures, especially at the job title that I was at. You could really get to the next level. And they had let me go due to the fact that I didn't want to take the pointy thing, the shot during the pandemic. And they was like, we got to let you go due to, me not wanting to take that potion. And because I seen coworkers take that potion and end up dead. I have coworkers that took that mess. They're not here no more. Some of them, they just lost their mind. They went crazy. Some of them, I text. They wrote me back and said, who's this? Yo, it's me. Bro, I don't know you. I'm like, what? You don't know me? Say less.
You don't work here no more.
Like, I don't know what happened to them. You said you lie. Hey, you could believe whatever you want. My viewers who know me know what the deal is. They already know. What I got to prove something to you. If you want to believe I'm lying, then believe what you want to believe. I don't care. That don't make me no money. You not believing me don't make me no money.
Why would you lie about that? That's super.
So guys, okay, so let's say the government shutdown happens. I mean, not happens, but it ends. It ends, right? The government shutdown ends, and you're able to get the SNAP benefits. What do you do now that you're getting it? Do you plan a way of escape? In other words, okay, we got the money, we got the support, the assistance. Do I work now? Do I go get a job? Do I figure out some way of earning money so I could get off of this stuff? Because if there's another government shutdown, it's going to happen again, and it might be worse. Or they might just abolish the whole thing. You never know. Because here's the thing. If they end public assistance as a whole, the black community is going to go out of their mind. If they end Section 8, which is something that I'm hearing that they're going to shut down. I'm hearing about that people that are on Section 8 are in hot water, that they're going to only allow you to be on it.
2 years.
2 years it is? 2 years. After 2 years, you got to go.
The people that have been on it for years, they got to get out.
Yeah, the people that have been on it for their whole damn life, they got to get out of it now. And any new person, you can only be on it for 2 years. After that, no go. Well, when I'm speaking for all communities. So it's not just the white community or the black community or whatever. Like, maybe you just came into the show. Yeah, New Breed would have to get off. Because through his baby mama, you know, that's how they were able to get the house lease. And based on the news that's coming in, Brainwaves exposed. Yo, man. Bruh, I didn't even see your DM yet. I was watching your video in the clouds. Yo, man, bro. I got to do a video about that, bro. Brainwave was doing a live stream. I don't know if you've seen that one, where he was doing a live stream with New Breed, walking through the house, talking about God blessed him with the house when he leased the house. That's like, I rent a car and I'm flexing with the car about God blessed me with a car. Ninja, you got to return that. You got to return back that car. How could God bless you and you lease the car or you rented the car? That's not a blessing. You went and rented it. That's not a blessing. But the way that man was boasting in his video, he was like, yeah, God blessed me with a house to house wives, but yet we haven't seen no wives. We don't see him with his kids. We never see that man working on the yard. Bro, my yard look golden right now, bro. I might just show it to you too. You know? I might show it to you and go over there and sit down. But I might, let me see. I don't know if I could. Let me see if I could. Let me see. Look at, oh man, thing is dirty, the lens. Let me get the lens cleaner. Get this lens cleaner. My lens is damn near dirty, man. I gave it its first cut, fam. Let me see. I don't know why it's blurry. Oh, it's coming up. You see how that is, guys? You see that? Come on, man. Come on, bro. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. New Breed ain't working on no yard. He ain't doing no work. That man is lazy. I do actual work on the yard. You know? Real work. Manly labor. Yeah, but let me get back to what happened, though. Brainwaves is doing his live, right? New Breed was there boasting about his house. He was like, yeah, you know, big house, big rooms. And then on the wall in the house, it said, beware of rental scams. I was like, oh, wow. Man, got him. You know? Oh, yeah. You said your neighbors will be jealous of your lawn. Yeah, they're already jealous. I be having people driving by all day. Matter of fact, some of them watching me right now live. Mad as hell, skinning their teeth. They mad. Some of them be looking at me like, how the hell this guy live here and he just live on the lawn all day? He literally lives outside on his lawn, doing his lawn all day, and I never see him go anywhere. How he make money, how he do this. Some people just too damn nosy, bro. That's why I don't really like living around people. I really don't like living around people, guys. We were never meant to be that way. We were never meant to live right next door to people. because it's just nosy. People should never live like that. I used to think that living in the projects was bad. Not bad in the sense of bad, like, you know, like it's a horrible place to be. Not like that. I used to think that people would be like nosy and stuff. And what I learned is when you live in communities like where I'm at right now, it's worse. People are more nosy. People are more nosy, fam. People are more nosy, bro. I never thought it was like that. I thought it would be more private. Like, they're more nosy, man. And they be in your business. They be watching your everything. Anything you do in the house, they watching you. They copying you. If you put... That's why I noticed nobody's trying to make their lawn look good because they can't do it. It's a lot of work. You know? I see hearing somebody mowing right now. I don't know what they mowing. Ain't no lawn to mow. I don't know what they mowing. I see it. I don't know what they mowing for. You see the same way I'm talking about them? The same way they talk about me. The same way I'm talking about a neighbor now mowing. There is nothing to mow unless you are renovating your yard. But there is really nothing to mow. But you see that window right there? That window can see your yard. You see it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So they're looking at that yard and they're saying to themselves, let me go mow my yards so I can feel good about myself. They could never mimic my yard. Never. It's too much work. Too much work. And a lot of people don't want to get to the work. That's why I respect people that never been on public assistance. Those of you that never been on public assistance and you always worked your whole life, never had any assistance at all. You are the driving force of America. You are the people that have unlocked what it means to survive. Because you always been a hustler, always been a go-getter, always been out there. It's like you're able to bounce back. Not saying you ain't never had no losses. You may have had some downtime, some hard time. You may have lost a job, may have collected unemployment. You know, I'm not saying everything was flawless all the time. What I'm saying is you were the kind of person that never looked for handouts. You preferred to just work for yours. It's like you didn't feel good getting anything from anybody. I mean, if somebody offered you something, you might have taken it, but you're the kind of person that always want your own, and you felt better about yourself doing it that way. I don't like when people do things for me like if I need something repaired around the house, I do it. If I need my yard done, I do it. I don't want somebody else to do it. I feel like I'm not being a man. I feel like I'm failing as a man. If there's a plumbing issue in the house, I should be able to fix it. I shouldn't have to call a plumber. Even if I have to Google, right? Even if I have to Google how to do it. Go buy a Home Depot 1, 2, 3 book. Something. I got to figure it out. You know? But I don't believe in anybody else coming to do my work. I take pride in what I do. Is the video playing back smooth, or am I just blurry and the audio is choppy? Because I don't know. I'm going to have to upgrade my service. I don't know if everything is good. You said you got weeds. There's a lot of things you can do to get rid of those. If you live in the transitional zones, like between North Carolina, around there, you would have to mow your lawn down to about 1 inch. Mow it down to about 1 inch. You can, it's kind of too late though, man, to be honest with you. Like the window that was needed, because the way I do mine, when I do my renovations, I strip the yard down to the bare bones, down to the dirt. You know what I mean? Put down a pre-emergent. And understand that a pre-emergent doesn't mean that it killed all the weeds and they're gone forever. Hence, pre-emergent. What it does, it suppresses it, which means that weed is still there. It just can't grow. It won't grow. So what you do is you put down your pre-emergence. Once you clean the yard down to the bare bones, you put down your pre-emergent. But now, here's the secret. If you use any of the weed killers and stuff like that from the big box stores, you won't be able to grow any grass in terms of planting seeds until about 3 to 4 weeks. So
September window closed.
You don't want to do that. I use tenacity. If you use tenacity, then you would be good. But tenacity has a side effect that you may not like. Tenacity will turn your yard white. It'll bleach the yard. But it won't kill the new grass that's coming in. Like if you're planting, so you could use tenacity while planting new seed. That's the best thing to do. In other words, you strip the lawn down to the bare bones, to the dirt. In other words, if your lawnmower only goes down to 1 inch, you would have to use a weed whacker to strip it down to the bare bones. Once it's down to the bare bones, you clean up all the debris. Once you clean it all up, spray it down with tenacity, and then you want to either aerate, or you can use a scarifier to kind of, don't rip the yard too much. Don't overdo it with the scarifier where it digs too deep into the ground and it destroys the ecosystem. You don't want to do that, because you got all different types of life forms, bugs, worms, all sorts of stuff that is in the soil. You don't want to disturb their home, because they're a part of the system that we need to grow grass. So you just want to use a scarifier to kind of, kind of just scar the ground, to give it a little scratch so that the seeds can get into seed to soil contact. And then once you plant the seeds, water it in, spray it down with tenacity. No weeds will grow. No weeds would come up. Just beautiful new lawn. That's why the lawn is like it is right now. Like I said, it is really nice. No. It really is really, really, really nice, guys, when I tell you. It really is nice. I might just get out the car and show them, because the person mowing the lawn is funny, man. I'm literally laughing while this person is literally mowing the lawn, bro. You know what's so funny, too? It's like people know that I do a great job, and they won't even come and just ask for help. They won't even come and just be like, hey, man,
I love your yard.
I really like what you're doing. Maybe you can help me out. Some people got a lot of pride, bro. It's funny to me. If it was the other way around and I saw a neighbor with a yard like this, I'll be over there real fast, bro. I'll be your best friend. I'll be over there, man. I'll be like, hey, man, what I got to do, bro? Because it's like, I need my yard to look like that, fam. For real, for real. Because it makes the whole place look good, man. Makes the whole place look good. And this is the only yard that is green right now. This is the only yard over here that is green. Everybody else's yard went dormant. This is the only green yard here.
Wow.
I'm sure there's some neighbors watching me live right now like, look at him. He's boasting and talking. Listen, stop watching me on social media and come outside your house and tell me that garbage to my face. And stop watching me all day. That's why I don't like being around people. Because people so damn nosy. They be watching you on social media, talking ish about you, mad because you're living your life. Look, if you're a neighbor and you're watching me, I'm living my life. I don't know you. Leave me alone. Right? Stop watching me, talking crap about me, getting mad because I'm living my life. I don't bother you. I don't look at you. I don't want to know you. I don't watch what you're doing. I don't care. I'm living my life with my family. If you watch me for entertainment purposes, you support my show, then support my show. If you that interested, come say hello. But don't sit around in the comfort of your home talking ish about me, and you see me every day when I'm on the yard, and it's like, that's ridiculous, man. That's weird. If I know somebody's a YouTuber and I'm watching their show, I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to be like, hey, man, great show you had the other day. I'm going to let you know, like, yo, great show. I ain't going to be there talking ish about you. And, you know, and I'm a fan of your work. But if you're a hater, then be a hater. But don't get mad at me for putting in the work. I put work in this yard. I invest thousands of dollars in this yard. You know, this is not easy stuff.
You want it night and day.
You know, before you talk ish, do you have the money to do this type of work? It costs a heck of a lot of money. And if somebody want their yard to look like this, they got to pay me money. What do you think? I will do something like that for free? You got to pay me top dollars, man. And what's so crazy is if somebody wanted me to do their yard right now, now is the time. Once this month ends, it can never be done. It can't be done. This is the window. You have to get it done in the month of October. The month of October is the timing in which you can only reseed or overseed. In North Carolina, October is the month. You may get away with it early November, but you don't really want to be doing it in November. You might get away with it early November, but when November ends, the season is over. You cannot plant no seed. It's going to get cold. The window is closed, and if you try, it ain't going to work, you know? You said nothing going on in North Carolina, lots of gossiping. Yeah, there's a lot of gossip. That's why I don't talk to nobody. I don't talk to nobody. I don't let my kids play with nobody kids. And it's because a lot of people, I see how their kids act, and I don't want my kids around that. I don't want my kids around bad kids. You know? And I don't care if you're watching and you get upset. Come talk to me. If you got a problem, you come talk to me face to face. But don't sit around mad and then you gossiping with other neighbors. Because that's how it be in communities like this. People be yipping and yapping and talking ish about people. And that's disgusting to me. I think it's disgusting. I think that as a human being, if you got some sort of issue or whatever the case is, you just come talk to me. Just come talk to me or just mind your business. Because I mind mine. I mind my business. But I got a lot of people that be watching me and be wanting to know what I do. I don't like that. That's disgusting. What did he do to work? What did he do to make money? Mind your damn business. Why you want to know what I do? Well, I want to know. That's weird. Well, if it's elderly neighbors, I don't have a problem helping elderly neighbors if they communicate with me. You know, if they communicate with me, pretty much everybody that's around is either in their 50s, 30s, 40s, 50s. You know, I don't really see no elderly person who is like old and can't really do nothing for themselves that live near me. Maybe probably somewhere out here, I don't know. But I'm not volunteering anything unless somebody asks for it. I'm one of those kind of people that you have not because you ask not. Like if I actually saw a old person trying to mow their lawn and they struggling, I may be like, hey, I got that for you. You know? But I really don't like volunteering help because some people take advantage of it. You know, like you might offer to drive somebody somewhere or offer to mow their lawn. Next minute, they calling you to mow their lawn every other day. You're like, whoa. I didn't sign up for this. So it's like, that's why I don't like to do that type of stuff.
Drop me here, drop me there.
But yeah, man, the government shutdown is going to cause some families to struggle. Hopefully, they overcome the issues and people are able to get their SNAP benefits. I would really appreciate if a lot of people, that's 40-something million people on SNAP is crazy. That's wild. I didn't even know it was like that. I mean, there's a lot of people that get that stuff low key. When I buy groceries, guys, I buy groceries with cash. Real cash.
It's expensive.
And it's very expensive. It's very expensive. You know? You got a lot of people out here that be faking the funk, acting like they bossing up, and they be on these social media streets making videos, and their baby mama collects SNAP. Especially if they have newborn babies. You know those women are on them programs. And you got these ninjas fronting like they got it popping. That's why a lot of times they don't be married, because she's able to collect those benefits. If they were married by the state, she ain't getting that if that man is making money. She won't get it. I buy all groceries with cash, and it's very expensive. Very, very expensive, man. Sometimes I look at the amount of money that's spent, and I'm like, bro.
Your food stamps is still not enough. Not enough.
It might be convenient for you to get that assistance, but the downside to it is when you begin to depend on it, that's when it takes its toll. Like when the government say we're taking you off of it, it's going to hit you rough, man. It's going to hit you hard. You ain't going to know what's coming, man, because you're not prepared for it to stop. You're so accustomed to the money to buy that food, and now you got to make the adjustments of using regular cash now.
Yeah, you don't have. Yeah.
Now it's like, oh, man.
What fucking recording?
You said, yes, God see what you're doing. Some black women think that living off the government is a huge flex, which is not. Yeah, I used to see videos of people boasting about stuff like that. And I'm like, that's disgusting. Why would you even be celebrating living off the government, bro? me
Like
see.
they dog just walk all over your lawn. It's crazy.
You said what? Just imagine picking bro up while driving Uber. Not sure what you mean. You talking about me, I guess, right? Like I'm in the Uber car, live streaming or something.
You wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't even be in the Uber car. I'll be in my car. Unless I took a flight somewhere.
What people walking up and down for?
So he can watch. He's probably watching me on the live right now. A lot of these people are nosy, guys. When I tell you I have nosy neighbors, bro. People be driving their cars, circling the block. You be seeing them going around and around and around. Stuff is weird, man.
Looking.
Stuff is very, very weird, bro. Yeah, they watching me live, bro. The thing that I had, the problem that I got with that, fam, is people they watch me, right? And they don't talk to me. It's like they watch me and that's weirdo stuff. It's like it's weird. It's like you're a monitoring spirit. I don't have access to monitor your life, but you monitor me when I'm doing my job, doing content. That's weird. I don't got that kind of time to be monitoring people, bro. That like, there's so much stuff you could be doing with your own life than monitoring me all day. That's some sick stuff, bro.
Like you just literally standing there like.
I wouldn't take no food from a neighbor if they offered it. I don't want nothing from nobody. I don't want nobody telling me that they made me or they did this for me, because people tend to do that type of stuff. They'll tell people that they did this for you and they did that for you. And I'm like, first, I never asked for nothing. You know? What I don't like, guys, especially with neighbors, is jealous neighbors who see me put in work and then get mad at me because I got something that looks good. I don't like that. I don't like uncivilized children where people have their kids outside going crazy and deliberately tell their kids to do things on purpose to try to provoke you. I don't respect that. That's why I don't let my kids play with other people's kids. You know? I really don't like being around people because people are fake, guys. They really are. People like to smile in your face 1 minute. Do you ever have those neighbors that 1 minute you talking with them? Hey, how you doing? Hey, good morning. Hey, how you doing? Then they just stop talking to you. You ever have those kind of neighbors? The sometimers? That's what I call them. Sometimer neighbors who 1 minute you say, hey, neighbor, how you doing? Hey, great day. You have a little conversation. And then next minute, the person don't even talk to you no more. And it's an awkward thing, man, because it's like, y'all see each other every day, bro. Like, it's an awkward existence, bro. Imagine you come out your house, your neighbor's right there, bro. You see them every day, bro. And y'all don't even talk. Yo, that is an awkward situation, man. That's how it is out here. That's how it is out here, bro. I kid you not. It's weird, man. Like my wife's sister, right? She pretty much, my wife's sister, she pretty much had a situation with one of her neighbors where I think your sister said the neighbor just put out their middle finger, and they live right next door. Right next door to her. She said she never talked to the neighbor, never interacted with the neighbor, but the neighbor just looked at her and pulled out her middle finger and basically saying F you. And she never had no talks with the neighbor. That's crazy. Absolutely sick, man. Absolutely sick. She never had no talks with the neighbor. The neighbor just don't like her. Everybody, this corner gets a lot of traffic, bro.
Just looking.
This corner gets a lot of traffic, bro. People just keep turning their cars over here. I've never seen this much traffic. Rather than everybody just hire me to do their lawn, they busy watching mine. And it's like, y'all need to come out of those pockets. Y'all all got money out here. Stop being cheap. You don't want to hire a black man? I'm talking to the neighbors at this point. To all the neighbors out here that's watching me, if you want your yards done, just come out of those pockets, man. Hire me for the job, and I'll take care of you. Do what I got to do. You know, stop all that, you know, hiding in your house and watching me from afar. Stuff is weird, man. I'm a social guy, fam. I just like to be by myself because a lot of y'all act weird, you know? When people, listen, when you're a neighbor and you stay to yourself, I'm going to stay to myself. I'm not going to say nothing to you because I look at it like I don't want to disturb your peace. So I'll just leave you alone, you know? And I don't like gossiping neighbors that gossip, you know? I'm sure all neighbors talk about each other and, you know, it is what it is, but I mean like in a negative way. I don't like that. Huh? You said somebody's speaking in the chat? You said, I've had this from one neighbor who is Polish, tells me to go back to my country. Wow. And shouts racial slurs when he sees me. I would get that content and post it on social media and get paid. Racial slurs don't bother me. I'm from the hood. So that doesn't bother me. That bother Negroes who live in the South their whole life. For some reason, they got sensitive skin for that stuff. Not me. You know, I'm originally from New York. So we got tough skin. I ain't making no money getting upset because somebody called me the N-word or something. Somebody else came down the block.
Same call.
They go into the driveway. Better watch those kids. I saw some kids out here doing something that was so dangerous, man. It was so dangerous, bro. Somebody's kid is gonna get hurt really bad out here, guys. And when I watch that type of stuff, it says a lot. And I just kind of leave it alone because, hey, if the parents is not saying nothing about it, I'm not going to say nothing about it. Like I said, I don't got nothing to say about it because it's not my kid. It's not my kid, but if something do happen and it's near my house, it's going to be on camera. And if a child is hurt, police is going to be notified, arrests will be made. Because what I saw today, man, was so dangerous. And, you know, as a parent, you see other kids doing goofy stuff. Part of you as a parent want to say something. But it's like nowadays when it comes to kids, you have some parents, they don't even want you to tell their kids nothing. See, when I was coming up, if we did something goofy, the neighbor would whoop your ass. The neighbor could literally have the authority to put hands on you. Today, you can't There's no community. So if you see a kid doing something crazy outside, even if you were to tell the parent, like, hey, your son was doing X, Y, and Z, the parent will get upset with you just because you're correcting them about their child. They'll get mad. So I'd rather just not say nothing. If your child end up hurting themselves or killing themselves, that don't got nothing to do with me. I don't care.
They're responsible, yeah.
The parent's gonna be responsible because if like I said, man, there's few things that I would do if I see a kid doing something. Like if I see a kid crash on his scooter, I'm not just gonna stand there and be like, well, he crashed on his scooter. Ha ha ha. No, I'll go over there and be like, you all right? You good? Stuff like that. That's normal stuff. I would do that. I won't just let a kid just sit there hurting and stuff. But what I saw today, it involves something that is actually illegal. And I feel that the parents should know better. And the parents should intervene and talk to their children about doing that, because somebody's going to get hurt very bad. And I saw it today and I'm like, oh my goodness, bro. Somebody going to get badly hurt, man. And I don't want to see it. At the same time, it's just too close, man. Too close. But it's not raining out here. It's pretty good. I would like for it to rain. You said you walked outside and you see a person who is scared of you. People are weird, man. Like, a lot of neighbors be weird, bro. Man, what time is it?
6:30.
I'm asking you what time is it, and the time is on my phone. This is crazy, bro. But yeah, man, I'm about to get on out of here, guys. Do what I gotta do. Hold on. Let me see. I want to show you this thing. You see this? Let me see. This is brand new. Remember, I showed you guys the other day. So I showed you guys the other day, and right now it's just looking good and whatnot. Hold on. Now, this is one of my secret weapons, guys. Don't tell nobody about this. You see this right here? Hold on. This right here is one of my secret weapons. You see this? These are the grass clippings, right? These are the grass clippings from the new grass that I cut. Now, this is like a tea, but it's a fertilizer. It's a liquid fertilizer. See, like all that mess in there? The liquid is actually green. You let this bad boy soak, right? You strain this out with these little strainer bags. And then now the liquid, what you do is you take the liquid part and you put that inside of the spray bottle, and you spray that back on your yard. You spray that back on your yard. And what that does, it's a fertilizer. So it pretty much do what it need to do. It hooks up the yard. Let me see this. Yeah. I should cut this thing. Yeah, I'm gonna go cut this thing before it get totally, totally dark. I'm gonna go cut this yard again. On this side, I already did the other side. So that's about it, guys. The shutdown is affecting people. Hopefully, people are able to do what they need to do next month. It is what it is, man. Make moves, live within your means, go through, sacrifice, ignore nosy people, ignore nosy neighbors. Listen, the way I move, guys, is I just focus on me. I don't worry about people, bro. Worrying about people will bring you down, bro. Just be about your own business. Take care of your family. Stop trying to mix mingle in with people. People do not want to see you successful. I've learned this a long time ago. People do not want to see you successful. So the best thing to do is just mind your business. Stay true to yourself. Keep God first, and everything will be good. That's the best advice I could give you. Those of you who are dependent on your SNAP benefits, hopefully you have some money saved up. Hopefully you got family that will support you. My suggestion is once you get back on track, if they put it back, is that you get into something that can generate money and you get off of that stuff. The best thing you could do is get off of that assistance, because once you depend on it, it's like you're stuck for life and it becomes your savior. Like you'll be praying to Jesus Christ, but yet you depend on the government. Think about that. You pray to Jesus Christ for your needs, but you depend on the government. That's crazy, you know? That's absolutely crazy to be doing that. So I'm gonna get up on out of here, man. I'm gonna get up on out of here. Let me see. It's this side over here. So that's about it, guys. I'm gonna get up on out of here. Do what I gotta do. It's about to get dark. I'm gonna mow this side and call it a day. I'll be back later on with more content. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Double tap the screen. And it is what it is, right? So I'm out of here. Y'all take care. We out. Peace.